Please welcome Jacqueline Wong. Come on, give it up.
Thank you, Dwight, and thank you, everybody. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, everyone. How many of you feel that there are people out there who are working around you and you wish you understand more about them? How many of you have got people around you who make you angry every time they say something?
We use the number
How many of you would want to have peace within yourself all the time? How many of you want to put yourself in a box? You know, they always tell us we have to get out of the box. And they always say that, don't stereotype me. Don't put me into a category because I refuse to be in a box. How many of you say that all the time? Now, today, why do you think we are here sitting in this room today? See which box he belongs in. How many of you here wants to find out more about yourself today? How many of you here wants to find out more about the people who are working around you and with you every day? How many of you wants to have better relationships in your life? Better working relationships? There are 9 types, and we're going to learn about every single one of them. So the Enneagram is not to put you in a box, Alex. It's not to stereotype you or to categorize any of you, but the Enneagram is to help you to understand about yourself so that you may find peace. The Enneagram is to help you to understand about the people around you so that when they say something that make you big tick, you still can have peace. The Enneagram is for you to predict the people that you're working with, what they will behave or how they will behave when they're under stress or when they begin to go under pressure. I am a certified Enneagram coach. The reason why I went for the Enneagram certification, because I spent the last 8 years trying to understand myself. Trying to understand why people behave the way they behave. Trying to understand why some people, when they say that one thing that I cannot tahan, and every single time they have to say the word and I'll get upset. Just that one word and I'll be upset. It is like clockwork, you know. I can be happiest, this second, and when they say that one word, I can be very mad. Why? Why do I behave like that? So I was on this journey to understand myself and understand people. So when I realized that the Enneagram is the most comprehensive personality assessment tool in the whole world, I dashed for it. So, I love this phrase. He who knows others is learned, but he who knows himself is wise. So today, we shall be both wise and learned at the same time, right? Isn't it best to have both worlds? Have your cake and eat it. Okay? So, this is the Enneagram. This is how the Enneagram looks like. There are 9 different types of the Enneagram. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, for somebody with Enneagram type 1, they think that they are perfect. Okay? They are perfectionists. Okay? Second one, type 2, they will always think of themselves as very helpful. Can you see? Can? The third one is, I am very successful. The fourth will always tell themselves that they are very unique. Fifth one, I see through you. As I go through, you understand why. Okay, I'll be going through in detail, step by step, every one of them. Number 6, they'll always say, this is my duty, I have to do it, I have to do it. Okay? The seventh, type 7, they are always the happy. Yes, I'm happy, I'm exciting, I'm fun. Number 8, I am strong. I carry the whole world on my shoulders. Just leave it to me. And the 9, the type 9, they always say that I'm contented. Are you able to find yourself now? How many of you can find yourself now? How many think that you have more than 2 or 3 of them? Okay, now before we go into the in-depth of each of the Enneagram type, I would like you to write down on your paper the top 3 person closest to you or have these close working relationships with you that you want to find out about their type at the end of this workshop. Write down these 3 people you're working with or you spend time every day. It can be your spouse, it can be your partner, it can be your business partner, and you want to know about them. Let's talk a little bit about the Enneagram. I personally love the Enneagram because the Enneagram is more than 3,000 years old. It's really, really old, and a lot of studies have gone into the Enneagram and nobody really could find out the origin of the Enneagram. Now, the amazing thing about Enneagram is this. When you begin to identify yourself, which is your Enneagram type, there is something else that you need to find out. And this something else is, everybody put your hand like this. Like this. Okay? Now, every Enneagram type has a bar that goes up and down, up and down. So, when it's high up, it means you are very resourceful and you're very healthy for your Enneagram type. Now, does it mean that you're always resourceful and healthy? No. Some of us, even though we are of the Enneagram type, we are not resourceful and we are not healthy. And we go all the way down. You come down to average. That means sometimes you are resourceful and sometimes you exhibit the traits of unresourcefulness of your type. Now, if we go all the way to average, do you think we can go lower?
Yes.
Yes. So some of us with the Enneagram type, we are right at the bottom, which means we are exhibiting the unresourceful and very unhealthy attributes of the type. So the good news about Enneagram is it doesn't keep you in a box. It means when you understand about the Enneagram for your own Enneagram type, you have to quickly find out whether you are here, here, or here. So if you are here, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world for you. In fact, it is great news because if you are down here, you cannot go basement. You cannot go basement. When you are down here, there's only one way to go, out. So you can have a choice if you follow the right coaching method. If you do all the things that you need to do on a daily basis, you can move from ground level all the way to average and then all the way to the highest, which is the high self, healthiest, and the most resourceful level of your Enneagram type. And the next step for Enneagram is, once you know your Enneagram type and you move yourself to exhibit the maximum strength. Everybody says maximum strength.
Maximum strength.
Everybody say, I want to be at my maximum.
I want to be at my maximum.
So once you're up here already, the next step is to begin to look at the traits of the other 8 Enneagram types. And in your pursuit to always better yourself and to improve yourself, you can begin to embrace and to encompass all the high attributes of the remaining 8 Enneagram. I have seen, because I have done Enneagram detailed profiling, there are 200 questions that help you to understand where you stand in terms of each of the 9. There is a test. And this test puts you on a percentile of all the people in the world. So you begin to find out where you stand in terms of type 1 all the way to type 9. What is your percentile? The questions are so well designed that you can never cheat the questions. It always tells you where you are in terms of your current reality. So there is no way you can cheat that personality test. So I've done many other profiling, but somehow I just feel that Enneagram is something that is just so in-depth that it even tells me my childhood. It tells me my inner thoughts. It tells me what I think about before I sleep. It tells me what I think about when I'm working with somebody on a project. He said, how on earth would those 200 questions even know what I'm thinking about? But it always knows. And every time I do an analysis with somebody else after the 200 questions, people have called me Feng Shui Master. They have called me, hey, are you psychic? I said, no, I'm not. How come, do you know Feng Shui? I said, I don't. How come you seem to know everything about what's going on in my life, and sometimes you even know things that I haven't even known yet? All I know is just how to interpret the Enneagram numbers. The credit and the credibility goes back to the Enneagram. Okay, this is something that's very interesting. At a dinner party, I would like you to find yourself. The type 1 would say this. See this one here? Not enough food groups represented here. Okay? Number 2 would say, it's so great to feel needed. The third group would say what? I need to eat and run. I'm swamped with a lot of outstanding tasks. That's the third group. The fourth, cheap caviar, shocking. The fifth one would say, it's a talkative group, good that gets me off the hook. Why would the 5 say that? Why would the 5 say that? So that they can disappear. Okay? Number 6, she's leaving early. Doesn't she like us? Why would the 6 say that? They always have all of these doubts in their mind. Interesting, isn't it? The 7 would say, first I'll eat, then take some pictures, then go to my class, then. The 7 always have a whole list of fun things to do. How many of you can relate to that? How many? Begin to have some 7s here. 8. This 8 would say, pass it down, pass it all down here. It's all mine. Anyone like that here? I know Alex's profile before he even says anything, but I just kept my mouth shut all this while. And the 9 would say, I feel so close to everybody. That's a 9. So, are you excited to find out more about yourself now?
How many of you would love to have a shortcut to success in your professional life? That's right. Hi, I'm Jack Wong, your Enneagram coach. Now, if you find it exciting, imagine how exciting you would be to sit in a 3 hours workshop to understand the full details of all the 9 Enneagram types. Now, the Enneagram has a detailed profiling which would help you to find out your maximum strength. And you would want to go and work with your maximum strength every day of your life. Can you just imagine being able to work at your peak performance every day of your life for the rest of your lives? Exactly. That is what the Enneagram 200 detailed questions would help you to explore your full maximum potential and your maximum strength, and you can be at your peak performance every day of your life. And how about your personal friends or your social life? You have got friends that you really hang out with all the time, or friends who are just casual acquaintances. Can you imagine knowing exactly how your friends would behave under different set of circumstances? And wouldn't that give you a much more fulfilling friendship? That's right. So if you are interested to really understand about Enneagram and which Enneagram type you fall into, please contact me at jack@mastersofsuccess.net, or if you just want to have more information, you can go to this website, www.knowyourself.mastersofsuccess.net. I promise you, and I give you that personal guarantee, you would have a very fulfilling relationship, whether it's in your professional life or your personal life, for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Okay?